There has to be a meme format for these two pictures right here. Hello, my name is Weekly Shonen. Today we have another Platinum End review for you. Skip all the bullshit. There's not straight audio this time. There's actual video this time. So without further ado, episode 8. So Saki's new church looks pretty damn good. The angels seem to love it. Of course they do. They are angels, but also they have wings. So it makes sense for them to like tall ceilings. We all love a tall ceiling every now and again. Saki gets a new suit. Kaido finally brings it out for her. It looks cute. Fully functional. I like the idea behind the battery tail. It reminds me of the suits that you see in the game Anthem. Something about a cat suit signals a red flag for me. We pull up on Revel studying, and he's using the knowledge orbs that we see in the mid card to just insert them into his head, and that's how he studies and that's how he observes the knowledge. But there's a limit to how much he can consume, so it's good to know that even angels have some type of limit. It wasn't going to be that easy for him, but it's good to see that thing come full circle, because that's what we see in the mid card, and that seems to be what, a callback to the way that Death Note's rules were. You would see those written in the rulebook during the mid card as well. Nase does not know what a returning red arrow looks like, and that's really good to know, because that just further shows us that the angels really don't use these tools that they've been bestowing to people. They just happen to have been given them to hand out. So angels do not use arrows. They do have angel wings, but there's no reason for any angels to have weapons. So it makes you wonder, what was the reason for their creation? Why would the god of this world bestow or create white arrows in the first place? It makes me think that it's just another test. Whatever god candidate gets by without using any white arrows is probably the most suitable one, right? Unfortunately, the first opportunity that Saki gets to show off her new suit is completely meaningless, because she's in the suit here. I understand that she doesn't have any wings, so she still can't really fly or go superhuman speed, but I would have thought that Mirai would have taught her that whole blocking a red arrow with another red arrow technique, because he still has to jump in and save her, which is kind of weird. He throws his body right in front instead of just pulling out his red arrow, so I wonder what that's about. Either way, it doesn't really matter, because it's actually Mr. Mukaido's arrow, and it turns out that the person that we saw getting interrogated at the end of this episode is one of Mukaido's private investigators, and so that means that whoever killed them must know who he is now, because they've either been shot with a red arrow, but he just kind of logically figures it out that if they've gotten to one of my investigators, they probably know exactly who I am by now, so we have to rush to my house. And so they both fly, and the first opportunity that Saki gets to use her suit, it's gone. There's no way for her to actually help, even though she just got suited up. So feel bad for her, but yeah, they have to leave her behind once again in her brand new church. It just becomes a gag at the end. Fun fact, Mr. Mukaido's here calling his wife, and he technically is not supposed to be able to hear this, and that's only one of two scientific things that is like scientific blunders that happens this episode, but it's anime, so it's all forgiven. So technically, at the speed that they're traveling right now, which is faster than the human eye, any sound that he hears should be inside of his helmet rather than outside of on a cell phone, because he'd be moving too fast for him to actually hear what's going on. Mirai, now the seasoned veteran, pulls up on this assassin guy. He's no longer hesitant on using a red arrow, which is good. Nase even takes note of that. In case you haven't realized the character development as a viewer, you have Nase that are pointed out for you. Piece of shit really tore up the dresses. I don't know why that was necessary. I guess to like make Mukaido more angry and put him in a rage, but the thing is, you've already got his kids and his wife tied up in a box. What else do you really need to trigger this man to go tunnel vision and make a mistake that will be dire to the situation? But sucks, it really sucks, because we got all that. Got such a good moment at the end of the last episode with the dresses that he made. I'd be really pissed off if Mukaido dies during this battle, or dies before he can actually remake those dresses. So fingers crossed here. Between the questioning and the wings, I'd say we've confirmed that this guy is at least a first rank candidate, and you do see that he's wearing a Metro Polyman earpiece earlier on. There's a very obvious reveal later in the episode when they come back from the flashback, but you can kind of see a glimpse of it earlier on. Now, the question last episode was he a god candidate that was shot with a red arrow or bestowed with a red arrow? Was he a first rank or a second rank that just was given an extra tool by Kanade, or was he already being controlled by, or was just he being controlled of his own will, or whatever the hell that means? Before we can actually get any battle between him and Mirai, he leaves. He's not there to actually fight them. He's there to bait them to, you know, where the real party is going to happen, where the fight is going to happen next episode. And then we get a Hajime Sokotani backstory. I'm not going to remember that name. I'll remember his first name, only because that's the Attack on Titan author, but I really don't care about this guy. Sucks to suck, right? He looks like a mix between Mikami and Misa's Stalker from Death Note, but damn, it really does suck to suck. This guy does not have it easy. This guy is not easy to look at. And then we get introduced to the last of the angels shown in the OP, which is Balta, the angel of intuition. Now, why does he have intuition? I don't know, because I thought that would also have been Nase, because even though she's the angel of purity, she seems to have really good intuition. She knows when people are lying. She can tell what type of person, you know, is in front of her. I am of the camp that Balta is actually in cahoots with Mesa, and he's just manipulating Hajime Hajime over here so that he can do whatever he wants to do and work with his and Mesa's plan. I just think they're working together. It just seems a little too strange after this flashback. Either way, I believe this means that the little boy who was introduced in episode 3 or wherever early on, you know, the one that they found in the stadium and confirmed was also a god candidate, I think he won't be introduced until next season, because we've seen every angel that has appeared in the OP, which tells me even if he does get introduced this season, we definitely won't be seeing his angel. I'm really interested in seeing, you know, what a little boy could possibly, you know, have gone through that would make him lose his will to live and then have an angel appear in front of him. Hopefully it's not another angel who's manipulative, because we have too many right now. That is not how you talk to a girl, sir. The whole hand-holding thing is a little more acceptable. It's almost forgivable, as long as he's not assembling a harem like the guy in episode 1. This is definitely one of the nastiest shots, bottom 3 of the show. At least he's not a resentful creep, you know, who has it out for every girl that turned him down in the past, because he didn't even talk to girls before. He's never talked to a girl in his life. He's been that ugly. But, you know, he seems to realize how ugly he is, and, you know, instead of resenting the world for that, he decides he's going to get to a point where he can attract women without using a red arrow, which is somewhat noble. Either way, you still have to use money to get there, so how noble can that really be? But you got to give credit where credit's due. So he admires this world's Kira, which is Kanade. Yeah, he's definitely Misa. The way that he's even introduced, like, he sees Metropolitan and immediately idolizes him, it just makes me think of when Misa saw Kira gaining popularity. I don't know. I just can't shake the feeling that Balta's in cahoots with Mesa. You know, you can see the way that Balta's kind of insinuating that he should get friendly or get closer to this guy, even though it's likely that, you know, Kanade will kill him, Metropolitan, as they understand him to be, will kill him. He still gives him a route to getting closer to him. So I just find it very weird. It's just weird that last week we got confirmation that Kanade is a certified hottie, and then this week we're introduced to a fucking atrocity. So I don't think that's a coincidence. Maybe, you know, you can call that a juxtaposition, or there's a reason why you have confirmation that one is very pretty and then you get a backstory of someone who is disgustingly ugly. So now he's way too hot. That's weird. It's like a monkey's paw type of thing.
This aftershave made women want me, but it also made me impotent.
A price for everything, Mr. Goldenfold. A price for everything.
Kind of reminds me of that. I'll just put that in there. Best shot of the episode, hands down. Okay, so they move faster than the human eye, but not faster than the camera. So does it make sense that only god candidates can actually see them? Because if the camera can't catch them in a still for even a single frame, how would the candidates be able to see them on camera, right? Whatever, moving on. We're not gonna think about it too much. It's in anime. So Hajime pulls up on another plastic surgeon who Kanade used, and now it makes sense why there's a whole chamber for his dead sister. You know, I thought that she was cryo-freezed or frozen cryogenically, whatever the past tense of that is. Cryo-frozen? Cryo-frozen. Alright, I'm gonna say cryo-frozen. But it makes sense why she's in a chamber rather than actually buried. And it's because Kanade's just trying to preserve her youthfulness, even though she's a corpse. I'm telling you, man, I'm pretty sure Mesa is just egging him on, telling him that if he becomes a god candidate, he can bring back the dead. So I would like to see Kanade redeemed, so we'll see. Kanade is just poking people in public now. This is the wildest shit I've seen. Like, he pulled up with a doppelganger in record time. I don't know if that was just bullshit, he was able to find someone in the school that quickly, or if he always had someone that, you know, looks enough like him that he can just shoot with the red arrow at all times. Either way, this man is more prepared than Doctor Doom in any comic that I've ever seen. You can give him enough prep time, and I'm pretty sure Kanade can go toe-to-toe with anyone in any universe, because this guy is 3 steps ahead all the time. It's so weird. But yeah, he shoots someone in public, and his boy behind him notices. Like, is this really the smartest thing? I don't know. Like, he's got some balls. He's got the same he's got the same type of hubris that Kira has. So you can see that his mistakes and his trusting of other people will probably become his downfall in the future, or his cockiness will become his downfall. Hopefully it's just not as easy to see if you were watching Death Note, because I would hate to see another plot twist coming, or any plot twist coming. So apparently Balta isn't lying. Mesa does confirm that he is the god of intuition, but again, she could just have a great poker face. She got his first rank or special rank without anyone knowing how. So it's very likely, to me at least, that she and Balta are working together. First rank lackey acquired. Kanade's got another one under his spell. That would make 3 first rank angel candidates, or 3 first rank god candidates that he's now had under his wing, so to speak. We do get confirmation he's an idiot, or at least Kanade thinks he's an idiot, and Kanade does not trust him and finds him a nuisance. So yeah, he's a Misa, confirmed. There's no other way around it. This guy is this world of Misa Amane. This Kira stare though. Kanade is just giving off all the red flags from now on. We had some glimmer of hope that he was going to start to, be within an inner battle that would see him turning into a good guy by the end, but no, he's double, triple, and quadruple down on this whole bad guy thing, which is probably why he's killing people in public now. Revel is me after 20 minutes of work. I don't know, I feel like Revel he has character since his introduction, but he didn't really have a goal, neither did Saki, so it seems like their characters are progressing together. I like that a lot. But yeah, that's the end of the episode. How do you think the next one will turn out? What do you think this battle is going to be like? I personally think this shitface over here is going to get taken down and lead the crew a little bit closer to Kanade. He's going to, either get shot with the red arrow, or, killing him is going to, result in some information that leads them closer to Kanade. Because, they Mukaido and Balta both had the idea of tracing Kanade's DNA from the blood left on the helmet shards that were left from their first battle. So it's only a matter of time before they get to Kanade, and I think this will probably be a quicker route to that. And if not, either his wings are the reason why he's supposed to be around. Like, maybe they do kill him and then they give his wings an arrow to Saki, and this is her way to finally get, become part of the team. If that's his only purpose, it would make sense. Great use of him. But yeah, the quicker we get him out of here, the better, because I cannot take this guy's face anymore. What do you think? Let me know in the comments below. Remember to like, share, subscribe, all that stuff. Only if you enjoyed the video, but otherwise, don't say shit, because the dislike button doesn't matter anymore. You can dislike the shit out of this video. No one cares. I'm kidding, don't do that. Bye.